Many years ago, when I started eating healthier, I was 16 years old and I swore off drinking any soda at all. And all my friends and family members were trying to tell me that an occasional soda was not going to kill me. And I agreed with that. The problem is that the behavior of drinking an occasional soda just wasn't going to work for me. And to give you an idea of why that doesn't work, I had a situation this past week actually. You see, I've been very depressed about hearing all these COVID-19 cases around the country. I have family members who are elderly. I have coworkers who are elderly. Actually, I'm having a difficult time right now because I am hesitating on going to the office and sorting some things out because I went to the poll and quite a few other high-risk events in recent weeks. And so I'm very depressed, and I've been burying my head in writing my computer games. Right now I'm writing Pandemic Pandemic Hot Zone. It's another version of Pandemic. And I got so involved so carried away writing computer games, I haven't been sleeping correctly, which made me feel even more uncomfortable. And then when I saw COVID-19 cases rising even more, I started to wish that I would get COVID-19, so at least I would slow down on writing the computer games because they've been going a little bit crazier than I had thought. I'm working as a tutor at the moment for a tutoring center, which is all over Zoom right now. And I have a problem where I care too much about my students sometimes, where it drives me nuts. I have students who, because it's over Zoom, a lot of them get very distracted. I have one student who just can't seem to put other things aside. Every time I'm tutoring him, he's typing something. I don't know what he's working on even. And I try to save him some face by saying, is there another subject that you're working on? Maybe I can help you there. And he's claiming, no, he's not being distracted. Meanwhile, I have to repeat everything 3 or 4 times. And he's still claiming he's not being distracted. And finally, earlier today, I came up with a solution to show him what I mean by distraction. I explained to him that I've had car accidents in the past because I used to love to multitask behind the wheel, and I never thought I was distracted until all of a sudden traffic in front of me slows down, and I know you don't think you're being distracted. And he slowed down on the other tasks today, but I don't think that's going to last, whatever the case is. But that gets me very wired up. It's very hard for me to halfway do something. It really is. And you just have to, if you're one of these people, you just have to recognize it. And if you tell everybody you're going to drink soda in moderation and you're drinking it all the time and your results are not showing, you have to be honest with yourself, right? You don't have to be honest with me or anybody, but you just have to recognize that and be honest about it. And you have to constantly assess, right? Is what I'm doing actually getting me the results where I'm going to go? But I see a lot of people who tell me they drink soda in moderation. It's not, and they don't even want to recognize it, right? It's just like myself. I'm recording this on November 13th. About a year ago, I used to have a binge eating kind of problem, but I never thought I had a problem. You see, I used to love binge eating, but with a caveat. I only loved it when I wasn't conscious of the fact that I was doing it. As soon as I became conscious, right, somebody needed to get my attention and I was eating, or my favorite food runs out at the grocery store, or maybe it's too dangerous to go out to the grocery store because there's a pandemic or there's rioting. All of a sudden, and I start to recognize just how intrusive my eating is. That's when it becomes really uncomfortable, right? If I have a show I can binge watch and I can sit on the sofa eating nonstop, that life is perfect, right? I don't have to worry about it, right? And so if you get uncomfortable when somebody points out your habits, you're uncomfortable with the habit. You're not uncomfortable with somebody else pointing it out or a circumstance that's highlighting the fact that you're eating nonstop, right?